こんにちは、こんばんは、おはようございます。どうも、バンイシです。今回の動画では、僕の友達にどうしてあなたはバンクーバーに来たのか聞いてみたいと思います。今回のこの動画は前編と後編に分かれる予定ですので、前編が面白いと思った方は後編の方も見ていただけると幸いです。このバンイシでは海外の文化の違いや英語学習、またバンクーバーの生活などのインタビュー動画をバンクーバーにて撮影しています。これからも様々なトピックを聞いていこうと思いますので、もし興味がある方はチャンネル登録の方も忘れずによろしくお願いします。それでは今日の動画行ってみたいと思います。リュウは何しにバンクーバーへ
Hello. Hello.
Hey, hi my friend.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm good. So today I'm here with Uday. Yeah, we are at same school, Vanilla College in Vancouver, and then we met each other in the same club that I found. It was Ultimate Frisbee Club. And yeah, could you introduce yourself a little bit?
Sure, yeah. My name is Uday. I am studying psychology, or I used to study psychology at Langara College. Now I'm working as a server here in Vancouver City, and yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, so let's dive into today's topic. Yeah, today I just want to ask you just a general question about what brought you to come to Vancouver from India, which is your hometown. So could you explain it in detail?
First of all, I wanted to stay in India initially, but once I came to know about the competition there, I was really surprised. I passed with really good grades. I mean, I got 94% in total.
94.
But it turns out that colleges there in my course require people to score more than 99%.
99%?
Yeah,
Wow.
like anybody who's like lower than 99% is not accepted.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, so once I was like once I realized that, I came here to Vancouver where I could actually go somewhere in colleges, and because there are better opportunities here.
Yeah.
So I came here, studied in Langara College in psychology. And yeah, the work-life balance here is way better than it is back in India. So it's a good decision on my part.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So thank you, Uday. So I just want to ask a question about, your decision to come here in Vancouver more in detail.
Yeah.
So you think, getting into, prestigious university here is way easier, compared to India, or what do you think about it?
I would say yes. I think it's way easier.
Okay.
If you're talking about cutoffs, the cutoffs here are a little bit more relaxed than they're back in India.
Okay.
Like even the best colleges like UBC or University of Toronto would be not as choosy as they would be back in India. And it makes sense because there's a way bigger population in India. So competition is bound to be in places with a lot of population.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. It's kind of same as in Japan. Yeah, Japan has not a lot of population compared to other countries, but we have a lot of competitions in terms of going to university. For example, we have to take, general, tests from the university that we want to go.
Yeah.
So it's not based on the grade that we got from high school. It's kind of interesting. So probably it's going to be a little bit different from India. Of course, in India, as you mentioned, you guys only, qualify, candidate students from, based on the grade you guys got from high school, right?
That is true. But like in certain courses or like in certain programs, it's exactly the same as Japan.
Oh, really?
So I kind of relate to you even more on that part because if you want to become a doctor or if you want to become an engineer, you have to take a centralized test that everybody takes in the entire India.
Okay.
So like in the entire India, it's the same test that happens every year.
Okay.
And those are even more harder because like the people who are trying to score better on that test are way more than anyone who's just like directly applying to university. Yeah. So I would agree that it's really, really tough in India and Japan to get in good colleges.
Yeah, exactly. Thank
Yeah.
you for saying that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Okay. So next question is, as you mentioned, your life balance, compared to living in India and living in Vancouver is, a little bit different. So can you elaborate a little bit more?
Yeah. I think the first thing that comes to my mind is safety.
Safety,
India is not that safe.
Yeah.
There are certain parts where you cannot go outside in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Going here in the middle of the night is also not like a genius idea, but it's not that
not that good.
Not that dangerous.
Yeah,
as dangerous as it is in India.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, there are more facilities.
Mhm.
Things are more organized,
Mhm.
more clean.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're living in a place where you can go to the beach or mountain within half an hour. So who
Mhm.
would not like to live here? It's amazing. But yeah, it's just that it rains a lot here, so you need to adjust to that,
Mhm.
because a lot of people's emotions and like feelings are related to the weather, and
Yeah.
some people get really sad in the rain.
Mhm. Yeah,
So if
definitely
you can
same.
adapt to that,
Yep.
yeah, it's
Okay.
great.
I just want to talk about first story when I met you. I tried to invite students to join the club I made, which was Ultimate Frisbee Club, as I mentioned before.
Yeah,
Then when I first met you and I introduced myself like I'm Aki and
Yeah.
I'm from Japan
Yeah,
and
yeah.
blah blah blah, and then you told me like, oh, I'm Uday, I'm from India,
yeah,
but having your English, like American or general accent, I
Yeah.
would say.
yeah,
Then I was just surprised. So that's why I want to ask, how did you acquire
yeah.
this level of English?
English education in India is also like really good.
Very good. Gotcha.
We start studying English when we are 4 to 5 years old.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's surprising because you learn English before you learn the national language.
Really?
you start
Before
learning English
learning
first.
Hindi?
Yeah,
You mean?
exactly.
Okay.
So you start learning English at 4. You might start learning Hindi when you're 6 to 7 years old, and then there's another state language, which you start learning even later, around 12 to 13 years old.
wow.
So that's a really interesting fact. Even I'm not able to understand why, but
Mhm.
yeah, that's why English is usually really good amongst Indians.
Mhm.
But I tried to take it up another notch
Mhm.
because I used to debate, so I
Yeah.
had to put my point forward in a more clear
Yeah.
way.
Korea way.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I used to like use some techniques.
Uh-huh.
For instance, if you read a book,
Yeah.
you read it out loud,
Read it
and you
out
read it
loud.
out loud in proper
Just pick up.
pronunciation.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I love reading books, and I
Uh-huh.
always used to read it to myself out loud,
Mhm.
and that really made me better in
Mhm.
spoken English.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it never hurts to go watch series,
Mhm.
shows, movies,
Mhm.
and don't watch it with subtitles and trying
Mhm.
to figure out everything that they're saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you didn't put any subtitles while watching movies or YouTube?
I mean,
in
eventually.
English? Yeah, eventually.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I
Gotcha.
didn't start as a master.
Okay, sure.
that would make it better for
Mhm.
you to
Mhm.
understand what other people are saying, no matter from which country they are.
Uh-huh.
It
Yeah.
was really hard to understand people from Australia or
Mhm.
UK because
Yeah.
their
Oh,
accents are really
Ireland,
crazy.
Ireland,
Ireland,
yeah. Of course, yeah. When I, shoot the videos about interview to Ireland people, I ask how they,
Yeah.
what did they say? Of course, I couldn't understand what they say in an Irish accent, but how they, can detect what they are saying. Of course, his English level is way better than mine. So yeah.
Sometimes even we both were confused. We were just like asking AI.
Yeah, exactly. But AI also couldn't get it.
Couldn't
so,
get it.
but to be honest, but you think so as well, definitely. But
Yeah.
Accent doesn't matter. In English, yeah. You think so?
Yeah, it kind of does because it just helps you build better connections.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is that, on the other hand, it's also not that much harmful.
Mm-hmm.
If you stay true to your accent, you just don't change it just
Yeah.
because other people will like you more. If you're just changing it because of that, it's a bad idea.
Mhm.
If you're really passionate about speaking English in the American way or
Yeah.
British way or
Yeah.
Australian way,
Mhm.
you can definitely go for that.
It's kind of
Yeah.
identity
Yeah.
that they have.
You'll still make
Yeah.
friends. You'll still have a really
Yeah.
good life here in Vancouver if you
Mhm.
want to come to Vancouver.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to come to Vancouver, yeah. Some people told me that sometimes my Japanese accent
Yeah.
is lovely accent. Somebody
Yeah.
told me it's very charming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just it's never fun to be a normal person speaking normal accent.
Yeah,
Bring your
exactly.
unique accents, and that's really fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
same as Kansai dialect that I've been speaking in Japanese.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Okay, sure. So next question is, I want to ask good parts and
Yeah.
a bad part of living in Vancouver.